The story begins on a stormy night. Elias, a cunning but unlucky thief, sneaks into the ruins of an ancient cavern deep within the Emerald Spine, a jagged mountain range believed to be cursed. His sources have told him that the cave holds the last untouched dragon hoard, and with bounty hunters chasing him for past debts, he sees this as his one chance at salvation. Armed with only a dagger, a rope, and a flickering lantern, Elias descends into the cavern's depths. As he moves through the darkness, he notices signs of destruction, scorch marks, shattered bones, and collapsed tunnels. Something terrible happened here long ago. Just as he reaches what should be the treasure chamber, he realizes something is wrong. There are no piles of gold, no jewels, no artifacts. Instead, he finds a massive dragon lying in the center of the chamber, its silver scales dull and cracked, its breaths shallow and labored. Elias freezes. Every story he has heard says dragons are either extinct or hostile, but this one isn't attacking. It is dying. The dragon, Vaerith the Silverfire, slowly opens one golden eye, staring at Elias with an unsettling, knowing gaze. Elias, confused and terrified, grips his dagger, but Vaerith only lets out a ragged breath. The dragon's voice carries ancient power, making Elias feel as if he is hearing a memory from another lifetime. Vaerith explains that he has guarded something far more valuable than gold, but the details are slipping from his mind as death approaches. A promise must be fulfilled, but the promise itself has begun to fade from existence. Before Elias can react, Vaerith's claw slashes across the air, not at him, but in front of him, forming a blood-marked sigil. The magic sears into Elias's skin like fire, burning into his arm. Elias collapses, writhing in pain as the mark glows red-hot, binding him to Vaerith's final task. As Elias struggles to his feet, he feels something stirring inside him. Memories not his own, echoes of ancient wars, forgotten oaths, and a shadowed figure standing before a dragon egg. But before he can make sense of them, Vaerith shudders violently. The dragon's voice grows weaker, eyes dimming. With a final hollow breath, Vaerith slumps over. His massive body begins crystallizing into silver ash, his form breaking apart as magic unravels. But before he vanishes completely, his heart glows once, sending a final pulse of power into the cavern. Then, silence. Elias is left alone in the empty cavern, the last of the dragon's hoard, nothing more than a dying promise bound to his soul. As the reality of his situation sinks in, he stares at the glowing mark on his arm. With nothing but cryptic words and a deadly curse, Elias has no choice but to uncover the truth, or risk losing his soul to the dragon's unfulfilled promise. Before leaving, Elias notices something unusual in the cavern, a single silver scale, still pulsing with faint energy. As he picks it up, the world shifts around him for a brief second, showing a vision of a hidden valley, a ruined temple, and a glowing egg buried beneath stone. Then, everything returns to normal. Heart pounding, Elias knows one thing for certain: the hunt has begun. Elias seeks help from Seraphine, an exiled knight, to decipher the blood pact. The curse starts affecting him, warping his body in small but unsettling ways. Whispers of the Ashen Order begin to surface.